Hello, my friends. Today we are going to be reviewing a two-man patrol in Arma 3 Antistasi game mode. This is my POV, my point of view, as the Grenadier. Yeah, first off, keeping our spacing. I'm trying to maintain here 5 meters, 6 meters spacing. I see the patrol leader there crouch, so I hit crouch. Earplugs, checking my earplugs through ACE interaction. I'm keeping my earplugs out because I want to be able to hear everything. I see some movement over to my southeast where I just checked my compass. Let's see what's going on. Oh yeah, eyes on one. Just saw him walking right to left. There he is. Relay the info to patrol commander. Off to my left, there he is. Also forgot, I didn't know where he was as I had split off to check right. Instinctively, though, he was to my left. And in real life, this patrol partner that I'm in game with, he is a lefty and I'm a righty, so it works very well. Okay, I take a look where they were coming from. Looks like the one I spotted, moving right to left, going uphill, was the last of a patrol. My teammate is telling me he saw a few more. Now we see some buildings up to our left on the top of this hill. That is our presumed enemy stronghold. Some form of compound. We see a lot of movement. We had an idea. That's why our patrol was heading this way anyways. But let's try and get up close to the wall here. I go first through the fence. My teammate is covering me. Not watching our 6 right now. Actually, he is. He just scanned our 6, but I should have checked both left and right before I cross into the open. Okay, gap in the floor, so we have to lie down, go prone. Not seeing anything. Have a look, just pieing the corner, trying to keep my muzzle behind the corner of the wall. Now we see a helicopter, that is a Black Hawk. That would be an enemy marksman right there. Inside the compound, so yeah, this is them, this is the enemy. They got a helicopter landing pad here, they got enemy troops patrolling, they got marksmen stationed. Found the enemy. Now I peek out a little farther. They still haven't seen me, thankfully, but I have spotted a second, so that means this place is a bit more active than just one enemy or 2 enemies. Okay, and here we have spotted the patrol that we had, presumably the patrol that we had seen entering the compound is now heading out of the compound as we see them walking right to left through. Okay, now at this point I'm counting the enemy. I'm tracking 6. Alright, so I see my leader is going to be watching that gap. I choose to push over a little bit more just to verify the ground. Enemy patrol is stopped there. They're bunched up. It would be a good time to hit them, but I don't know how do we break contact from here. It's an open field behind us. Wouldn't be the best way to break contact. Alright, at this point we choose to head down the wall, following my team lead. We're going to stay with the cover of the brush and the concrete wall to our right side, brush to our left. We're going to try and find where this patrol is going to be exiting the compound. Gap in the fence here to the right. Appears clear. Well, they would have only seen me for a brief second. If they did, that is. We've got a lot of mods active. One of them being hide amongst the grass, which actually helps your character camouflage and be stealth. Okay, now my team lead has called out movement to his front. And there it is, movement to my front left. Can confirm the enemy patrol is leaving the compound. Checking my inventory, it looks like I have 2 IEDs in my inventory. I can dig in. Telling that to my team lead, and he's saying he's got eyes on where the enemy is coming out of the compound. That's going to be important later. These are the moments where you don't want to get too excited. You know, you see them right there, you can see their eyes, you want to throw grenades at them, but the best thing you can do right now is just gather information. We're trying to probe. We're trying to gather as much information, do a bit of a recon, a bit of a recce of this compound. We're finding some vulnerable points, and we've just found a very vulnerable point. We found a patrol route, which is not covered by them. We can get up within, what was that, 10 meters? We can get up within 10 meters of them, and they have no clue that we're there. So this patrol route, this compound, is not exactly the most secured, and we're going to use that to our advantage. I tell my team lead, take one of the IEDs out of my backpack. You place one, I'm going to place the other. He says, okay. So what my team lead told me is that the enemy is coming out of the compound in the vicinity of this light pole. So using the light pole as a reference, just like you would in real life, use something obvious as a reference, as a marker. I place my ID, and I arm it, selecting the firing device as trigger. IDs placed. My teammate's got his IDs placed. I'm pushing back. Now we have to figure out what to do. We're looking for a vantage point now to overlook this ambush position. There's some houses around the way. My team lead's calling out a yellow house, 2-story yellow house, and that's him crawling towards it now. I better catch up. Ooh, that's his IED. So we've got 2 IEDs placed. He's covering me. I get out of the light, move to the shadows, move to some hard cover. And once he sees that I'm past him, collapses, falls back. Should have broken any sort of visual contact now. Push into the yellow house. Close the door behind myself, just so I can hear enemy open it, if they do open it. Now we got eyes on. I see the one IED that I place underneath the light post, and I see his on the right side. Just doing a quick check of the area. That rusted green tower is abandoned by the looks of it. And now we wait. Now we wait for the enemy to show up. So far, movement's been good. No contact, no weapons fired just yet. We've seen plenty of enemy, at least, I think we counted a minimum 8 enemies plus a Black Hawk helicopter, so there's a crew of that at least somewhere. Waiting game, but this is going to be the best way to get them. I mean, we can try and take them on a straight rifle fight, you know? We can try that, but that's not always going to be the best move. Now, some time has passed. I look up, I'm still trying to peek around, just trying to keep the top of my vision on the target. I don't want to be standing up in this window. Lower my weapon to save fatigue. Here comes the enemy. First man of the enemy patrol, crossing in front of my IED now. You can see the second IED on the right side where my teammate has placed. So now I'm counting. What I'm doing now is I'm watching this. You can't hear it. It's not recording my mic, but I'm counting to my teammate how many enemies I can confirm are on target right now. There was 3. Now I say 4 enemies on target. There's 4 enemies in the target zone. That's still 4. Now I'd say 5. 5 enemies in the target zone. Back at 5. 5 on target. Hit it. There it is. Wow, devastating hits. And now we engage with rifle and grenade fire. First thing I do is I shoot the window out with my rifle. Second thing I do is switch to 40 mil. I didn't want the 40 mil to explode on the window. Good engagement. Good distance. Ooh, contact's right side, close, pushing through. That hits the tree. I take a bit of shrapnel. Bad round, bad round. Switching to rifle fire is the best move in that choice, in that situation. And now we confirm the bodies, we just dead check. Still taking some small arms, bit of sporadic small arms here. Good ambush, though. I mean, we got 5 of them with the bombs. Ooh, dead man's click. Reloading. Good thing my teammate's engaging. He heard me say I'm reloading, and he picked up his fire rate. All quiet, all clear. Now we scan. We watch and shoot. I look over left and right. I check my magazine. I got a full mag. Teammate's okay. I get rid of one of my empty mags out of my vest. Unnecessary weight. Alright, moving out of the yellow house. It appears safe. We push up the same direction we came. Not necessarily the smartest thing to do. Infill and exfill, the same route is never optimal. Sometimes it's what you gotta do. In this case, we probably could have done something better. I see he has his rifle up. I'm gonna keep my 40 mil up in case we have a contact within 50 meters. And as we approach, getting closer contact, I'm gonna be switching off HE DP and switching to rifle fire. Okay, yeah. Out of max range. Or, sorry, within dangerous range of using a 40 mil close range. So we switch to rifle. Guard shack appears clear. I say to my teammate, coming out. coming out. Make sure I don't get shot as I exit the building. And there he is. He's pushed up to the steel building there by the flag. Let's move with him. Ooh, contact front. I'm telling him now, get into the building, move left. I say move left. I'm covering. And I move left into the building. Now we're both inside. Aluminum building, it's not very safe. Whoa, we start taking big fire through. Oh, yeah. So now we're just shooting each other. Through the walls. M16A4, so it's got the 3-round burst. My teammate's got an N-lot. Oh. But they're still firing back. Just trying to get rounds out. Okay, let's see about getting some explosives on them. 40 mil, 75 meters. That's danger close right there. Putting my earplugs in. Now, I've taken some hits when I broke my arm. 1 medium velocity wound, so 7.62 round, broke my arm. First thing we gotta do, put a tourniquet, stop the bleeding. Forget the broken bone. Bones don't matter. Blood loss matters. First thing we do, we put the tourniquet on, then I threw a splint on there just to stabilize it. Now I'm bandaging. Alright, my teammate has moved out of the house. Doesn't look like he took any rounds. I'm patched up, and he's up there tossing grenades at the enemy. Where is he? I don't know. Oh god, I got myself stuck. Dear Lord, push up. I thought my teammate had pushed up to this building. So I nonchalantly just walked up to the building. There was 3 shooters. There he is, he's to my left. There was 3 Russians in this building. Now we push in. Close quarters battle. Gosh, what was I thinking? Running up like that? There's the 2 I dropped. He's checked. K's going left, I go right. Ooh, enemy. Oh, I take a round. I didn't even see him. He's on the balcony. 1 down. He gave me a round, though. Friendly's down. My patrol leader is down. I throw a frag in. Confirm this body. Let's keep clearing. Room clear. I peek. And I die. If you see the first round, I was aimed low. It hit the rim of the window. He shot me, I shot the rim of the window, and by the time I had lifted my rifle up to finally engage him, I was dead. He did, we traded kills. He ended up bleeding out. I shot him twice, actually, but he ended up bleeding out. He shot me first, and that killed me. That's all it takes, man. Look, that was fun footage to review. There's a couple things I could have done better. There's a couple things I didn't, I did well. There's a couple things I did well, a couple things I did better. As a patrol, we could do things better, but I think as a patrol, as a two-man patrol, we did decently. And a lot of times in a close quarters environment, what I should have done is just thrown frag grenades in each room. Instead of trying to clear with my rifle, I should have just cleared with frags. And yeah, I should have had my rifle at chest height, not at waist height. I had my rifle at like low ready height instead of engagement ready. So, lessons learned. After action report says we're both dead. So, take that as you will. Anyways, if you got any comments you want to make, leave a comment. If you enjoyed the video, smash like. If you didn't, well, you know what to do then. If you want to see some more, hit subscribe. I love you all so much. Peace.